Essentially, we were expelled due to these reasons in our handbook. Students may be expelled as a result of a parent or student causing unresolved disharmony and conflict with staff or other parents. The other part is this agreement also states that parents will support the discipline and regulations of the school. Like, what if we don't support how you go about doing something? So you're saying parents just have to comply. They have to support whatever decisions you make with their kids, with other people's kids, with your own staff. Everybody just has to support everything you do. They can't question it. No, they can't question it. They just have to blindly just follow. That just sounds like some just blind sheep saying, you know what, just give me the stamp of the devil and let's move on. Was it not administration causing disharmony with other staff and parents? What happens when the administration causes disharmony? Nothing. Nothing happens. Whoever they cause disharmony with, that family, that staff member just gets expelled or fired. That's what happens, which is just mind-boggling. It says the church and school would hope that you would seek biblical restoration and reconciliation. If you remove all references and videos on social media and refrain from further gossip, division, and conversations regarding this matter, and inform the school in writing within 24 hours that you desire to sincerely seek repentance and restoration, the school and church leadership will set a time to meet with you and discuss next steps. With your sincere repentance, it may be possible for your children to be re-enrolled in the future. Like, if you paid me, I wouldn't send my children there. So no, I did not respond within 24 hours. Because this all is, hey, I'm pissed off. I'm embarrassed. Not even embarrassed, because there's too much arrogance there. I'm pissed off that you exposed our school and you made us look bad. And you know what? They could have just said, we handled this inappropriately. We're really sorry, Lexi. This is how we plan to remedy this. And okay, we all make mistakes, right? I would have been fine with that. I would have said, yep, thank you for humbling yourself enough to admit that you made some mistakes. That's not what happened. Don't you feel like this is kind of backfired? Just because my kids were expelled. And to that I said, absolutely not. Backfired is not the word I would use. I think my children got the front row seat to see what corruption looks like at the top level. What retaliation looks like in the midst of trying to pursue righteousness and trying to bring what is dark into light. They got to see firsthand what persecution looks like by trying to seek out righteousness and upholding biblical truth, right? So I'm like, that's a win. My goal in all of this was never to keep my kids at that school. We were never going to re-enroll. Never. If they made it to the end of this year, then okay. There was 3 things I wanted. I wanted Christian institutes to realize, 1, they are not untouchable. They are not untouchable. That 2, if you are going to proclaim the gospel, if you are going to have this Christian banner stamped on your business, then you best be living underneath that Christian banner. Because by living in opposition of what you are proclaiming, you essentially are given ammo to everyone that says Christians are hypocrites. And it's just not worth it. Just say I'm a secular business and take the banner off, and you know what? You're still going to get plenty of business. Number 2 was I wanted Christians everywhere to be bold in their faith regardless of persecution. All these believers to stand up for what is right, to be bold in your faith, to fight for righteousness regardless of persecution. Having to homeschool, and it's not even a having to, it is a blessing to homeschool my children. And it doesn't matter who you have to challenge. I don't care if you're challenging the president. Speak your truth. Don't let someone take your voice away because you're fearful. Don't let money take your voice away. I need a job. Don't let this is the only school over here that I can afford take your voice away and make you cower down to be less than what God said you are and what you stand for and what you speak for. It is not worth it. There is no job, there is no location of school, nothing that makes hiding truth and silencing yourself worth it. None. And then 3, I wanted parents, families to have an informed decision on this, whether they're a current family and thinking about re-enrolling, or whether they're a new family and they're trying to find a school for their children. I wanted everybody to be able to make an informed decision on where their children should be and what's the best place for them. And it could be there and it could not be there. I'm not to say that it's not going to be the place for families. I'm saying that, sometimes when we look at the squeaky clean website and a Facebook page and these handbooks, and they all look so good, and it's like, oh my goodness, this is so like Christ-like and loving and beautiful, and I'm getting butterflies and stuff. We're just going to be one little godly family here. Sometimes we can be blinded by that cover, and when you peel back that cover and you get into those pages, sometimes those pages aren't as pretty. I've seen the good and I've seen the bad, and here's my decision. And I think that's the best type of decision you can make, is when you get to make an informed decision. And if I helped you with that, then my job was well done.